Hi, welcome again to another episode of Kpodcast. This has been Clenny, and welcome to my podcast room. After a long while that we started this whole podcast, I really have this thoughts that I really want to pursue this. I really want to make all things work as it used to be. Like, there are just instances in my whole life that I am dreaming and I am looking forward to the things that I really want to the things that I am happy, and to the passion that I have, which is speaking to your heart directly. There are just times it's maybe I admit to myself that I am vulnerable enough to express how I feel to something, or how I decided to look on to every details of journey I am with now. But alam mo yung there are just may mga bagay na we have to make sure na alam mo yun yung magiging way or magiging pathway mo to enter in a new level, and para mas mapakita mo kung ano talaga yung gusto mo, yung nagpapasaya sa'yo, at kung ano talaga yung totoong pangarap mo. Because there are just times that we are just dreaming but we are not making a, or like sabihin natin, it is just a dream but it's not gonna be easy to make it. Alam mo yun, you have doubts sa sarili mo, you have doubts on your thoughts, on everything, na paano mo mabibigay or paano mo makukuha yung pangarap na to if sa level 1 pa lang you have doubted everything. So, in this episode of K Podcast, I'll be sharing you some tips on how to work, and at the same time how to take a pause to every dream that's not been your, or like let's just say it's not in your timeline anymore. Yung mga, it's sad to say, but there are dead dreams. So I'll be giving you some tips on how to follow up your dead dreams. So personally, I encounter a lot of dead dreams. Like, I have a lot of dreams. I have a lot of goals na sobrang palpak. It fails, and I hate myself seeing those dreams being so dead anymore. Kasi alam mo yung word na dead, it's so very dark, it's so very anxious, it brings disappointment to you, na parang wala ng positive or wala ng kulay yung pangarap na yon, or that dream. So personally, I am walking on failures, I'm walking on struggles, problems, which is, I know that it started from myself. I know that it started from the thoughts I am thinking, it's from the actions I'm making, it's from the attitude I'm doing. It's all about ourselves, actually. So, when we say dream, it shouldn't be like you're just thinking towards it and you're just enabling to like have preferences. But for me, having that dream is a sign that you have to look on the other side of dawn, that even if it's not yet the sunrise that you are waiting, or it's not yet lightened, kailangan mong i-position yung self mo dun sa patay mo ng pangarap. You have to make several of adjustments Kasi when you look towards it and you have that dilemma in yourself that you can make it, probably dreams are just putting into a place where you can start again. So my tips here is applicable to you, to everyone who has this in mind, that this you're on a dead end, or maybe you're hopeless, you're anxious, and you're having this sort of negative thoughts and wala nang pag-asa. Because my tip number one, I want you to realize. So, tip number one, realize everything. Realize from the very, very start that you think of it, that you start to make it, that you start to dream of it. So, in every dream that you have, napatay na, those dead dreams, take it as a realization of your failures. Take it as a realization of the struggles you are in. Because it wouldn't define you, or that dead dream couldn't be a definition of who you are. But those dead dreams could be your way and your passage to walk again and stand again. So that's tip number one. Tip number two, don't forget to look for the love of the Lord. Yes, we know may mga times na palpak tayo. We, we can't say that we are palpak in every single thing, but yes, sometimes may palpak na side talaga tayo. We have that failing moments in our lives. We have that let's just say um mga bagay na mahirap i-expand na gusto mong gawin pero it's failing. Yung pinipilit mo lang yung sarili mo to go into it kahit hindi naman para sa'yo. So don't force yourself towards something, but force yourself to look for the love of the Lord so that you can stand again, so that you can breathe in again, and um, energize your heart and release those negativity, those heartbreaks, those failures, those pains, those everything that's dark. Release it all and let love from God make a way to enter you and respond very well according to it. Because, a love from a specific person is different from the love of the Lord that has for you. No matter what you do, no matter what mistakes you take, no matter how failures and failing experiences you might have, God doesn't even ignore you. God doesn't even forget nor leave you, but He just said He never forget, He never leaves, but He is always there for you. So don't forget that God loves you. Always remember that the love of the Lord is always your medicine to start again. So that's tip number two. And tip number three, breathe in, breathe out. This is one of my personal routine that every time I am anxious, every time depression is coming on my way, I always make sure that I have this breathe in, breathe out moment. I always make sure that I breathe in all the things that God has for me, all those dreams that God produced for me, all those dreams that God make for me, and all those dreams that God has for me. Because, in this world, yeah, we are not perfect. We commit a lot of mistakes. Our attitude is not okay towards everything. We have um, wrong decision making. But at the end of the day, when you realize and when you start to know that God loves you and you start to breathe in His love for you, it's another way of telling yourself that, hello, you can now get up, wake up from sleeping, wake up from a big nap, because there's chances after chances God has for you. It's not the end of everything, but you have to remember that when you breathe in every positive thoughts and every happy thoughts and everything that God has for you, you can breathe out those darkened thoughts that your brain and your heart illuminates you. Okay, so never forget that in every struggles, it is always a way for you to stand. In every pain, it is always a way for you to be well. you know Healing has process, and you deserve to get those. I advise you to have this breathe in, breathe out routine, because once you're injured, once there's brokenness in you, and you started to just breathe in everything and not breathing out the things that need to breathe out, it produce more pain. Hindi lahat ng magaganda ay maganda lang. There are just times that when you're overwhelmed with the good things happening in your life, sometimes sadness comes. Sometimes also pain comes. And you don't know how to recover it. But when you start to be balanced enough to breathe in, everything needs to be breathed in, and breathe out, everything needs to be breathed out. You have that specific thing in your life that you can say, yeah, I'm a failure, but tomorrow I'm not. Today I make mistakes, tomorrow I won't waste another mistake. Because people will just look at you on one mistake that you made. Remember that people will just set aside those 100,000 good things you do over one mistake. So tell yourself that one mistakes never define you. That one mistake's not your identity. But that one mistake is your chance to regain another set of dreams, be lightened again, another dead dreams to cope again, and to start working on it. Don't be a slipper, or don't sleep towards those dead dreams, but start to wake up again and make that dream shine like no other dream. Now, minsan kasi we stop on one dream na napalpak, na fail over. So, parang we have this trauma. Wag na lang kayo tayong mangarap kung ano lang nandyan. It is what it is. No, you have to be confident enough to yourself that whatever might happen to you, whatever situation you are in, you can still produce in you, you can still produce that dead dream into something big and something um, productive to you. So don't forget those 3 tips. Realize those dead dreams. Never forget that God loves you, and start to breathe in and breathe out routine. So that's it for this episode, and I really hope that I sharing the things, and I also go to your room and speak to you and help you out. So to those people or to those listeners in this podcast that being touched, thank you so much for listening to every minutes that I am in. So I just started this podcast because I really want to be a friend to someone. I really want to talk to someone who needs help, need a friend. K Podcast is here for you because I really wanna share my thoughts, share my heart, and most especially, I really did this podcast because I want to make this platform be used to speak for what is really the main core of this room, which is to define how amazing and how um, beautiful life is when you're in God's love. So I really want to be a friend to those people that needs a hug, and I know that in this world it's full of darkness, full of sadness, but Clanny K Podcast is here for you guys. Just message us, comment, and put some suggestion over the comment section right here. And of course, we can help you, and we can start to build another room, and hopefully this room speak up another things and speak up how life is going. Life is not short, but life is a production of how you treat yourself. So never forget to be our friend, be in our family, and be in my room because I really want to speak. I really want to share to you my thoughts. I really want to build a hope, and that's it for today. I really hope that you enjoy listening to my podcast, and I'll be having this forum sessions to in our next season or in the next few episodes of the podcast while I'm working on it. But yeah, thank you so much once again. This has been Clenny. And once again, this is our room, K Podcast. Have a blessed day ahead. Bye.